Hi everybody, it's Dave Neufeld back again for the Best Buy Canada blog with another tech review, and today I'm taking a look at a pair of wireless noise cancelling headphones. So these are the Sony model WH-CH710N model wireless noise cancelling headphones. And I apologize, that's a bit of a mouthful. I don't see a more truncated name for them though, so that's what I'm going to call them. We've got the WH-CH710N. But anyway, they are wireless noise cancelling headphones from Sony. And right out of the box, the first thing that I notice about them that's really apparent is that they're very lightweight, and definitely just no exaggerations there compared to other headphones that are roughly the same size, the same, quality, that sort of thing. These are conspicuously light, and for me that's a bit of a stigma right out of the box at first, because part of me wants to think that a quality headset should be heavier, and there's no reason for that other than just to say maybe part of our mind might kind of associate weight with quality, and assuming that if it has good quality high-end components in the headset, that those should have some weight to them. But that is not the case with this headset, but it's certainly not due to a lack of quality. It really is just that I think this headset puts a focus on delivering something that's really lightweight. So I'll get a bit further into the quality of them overall as we go along, but I will say that right off the bat they're just definitely very lightweight and very comfortable. They've got the kind of full leather cushions, so I think these headphones are really geared towards someone who's looking for a comfortable solution, something that you can use long term, whether you're working in your home office or working at your office, or commuting, or taking a long flight, that sort of thing. Comfortable over time. You won't feel a lot of fatigue as you might with a heavier headset kind of sitting on your head all day. But that said, the sound is still very, very good. They have the standard 30mm drivers for quality audio. One thing I will say about them is they definitely aren't the loudest headphones that I've ever used. When I was cranking them up to max volume, I was a little surprised maybe that they didn't go higher, but they definitely went to an adequate level. I just mean to say these headphones clearly aren't meant to be like a ear-blasting sort of headphone for someone who's kind of almost looking for something to really pump up the volume on. The max volume is definitely, I guess I would describe it as sensible. I mean, it's loud enough. It's just not. If anything, it might save you from some permanent hearing damage, because I have used other headphones that probably go louder than maybe a health expert would recommend for your long-term hearing. These won't go loud. They'll go loud enough, I think, for most people, but I will just say that in comparison to some other headphones, their max volume definitely is a little lower than some of the other headphones on the market. But again, I feel after using these headphones for a while that that's kind of where they're aimed at. I don't think these headphones are really marketed or meant for, as I said, someone who's looking for blistering sound, or they definitely don't have like a deep bass sort of sound either. So those who are looking for like something really bassy for hip-hop music or something like that might find them a little lacking in that department. But I really think that these headphones are maybe marketed more toward, like I said, someone who's looking for a noise canceling solution, maybe in the office to cut down on chatter, or working from home, to cut down on the amount of ambient noise that's around you, or for commuters and someone who's going to be using them basically to block out the sound around them, but not in a situation where they would ever even have them that loud anyway, where the sound was bleeding out or disturbing others around them. So in that regard, I can see why they maybe the target consumer might not even really be bothered that they can't be cranked up to an eardrum damaging volume, because I really don't think that's the kind of scenario that these headphones are best suited for. which brings me to their noise canceling features, which is probably easily the best feature of these headphones. They do a really great job. They have automatic artificial intelligence noise canceling, which is a built-in feature that is constantly scanning your environment around you, and they really do a great job of eliminating not just constant, like white ambient noise like that of, say, a train or an airplane engine as you're commuting, but they do a really good job of capturing a lot of the kind of more spontaneous ambient noise around you as well. So when they are on, and when the noise canceling feature is enabled, they definitely perform really well in that regard. And possibly another underrated feature of them, I would say, is that they also kind of work in reverse. And for a noise canceling headset like this, they're closed acoustics, so they are meant to keep the sound out. But they can also be put into an ambient mode where they're actually letting outside noise in. And so in that mode, the two-way mics will actually work in reverse, and they will bring ambient sound in. And when I found this really useful was sometimes in my testing of these, I would take them out for a walk or a run or a bike ride or something like that. And if I was ever in close proximity to traffic or something like that, I would turn the ambient mode on, and then instead of being isolated from my environment around me, suddenly I could hear cars coming up behind me and things like that. So that's also really useful as well, because whereas probably for the most part you're going to be wanting to keep noise out, it's nice to know that they have an option where you can also bring noise in, like I said, for those sorts of situations where maybe you want to be aware of hazards around you, or maybe you have small kids at home or something like that, and you want to be able to make sure you can hear them or hear someone if they're trying to get your attention. So it's just a great feature that, while they are very good at noise canceling, they can also be kind of toggled to operate the other way. Overall, they've got some nice features. The battery life is good. The battery will last for up to 35 hours on a single charge, but of course that's presuming you aren't using the noise canceling features, which obviously would draw a little more power, or taking phone calls, that sort of thing, which this headset is capable of as well. But during my time with them, I used them over multiple days, and I never ran out of a battery, certainly not in a single day of charge. So a decent battery life, and they use Bluetooth for their wireless connectivity. I didn't have any issues connecting them to my smartphone or my devices. They stayed connected very well. I didn't have any issues with audio dropping out or losing my Bluetooth, so they work really well in that regard. And one feature that I really like in all my new electronics is they use the USB-C type port for connecting and charging, which is great, especially because with a lot of USB-C devices, as with a lot of USB-C devices, they benefit from fast charge, where you can get up to an hour charge from just an hour of battery life from just a simple 10-minute charge. But the one thing I was actually kind of disappointed, and maybe it's just a little thing to be nitpicky about, but this is the cable that is included for charging. So as you can see, it's a USB-C charging cable, but it's so tiny. Look at it, like this is it's 8 inches long, and that's being generous, because I mean 8 inches literally from tip to tip. And like that's just not a lot. I suppose if you're plugging it directly into your computer, maybe you're not going to have a lot of issues, but just a little 8-inch cord and no wall charger included either, I thought was a little underwhelming. When you're investing in a nicer and a more premium headset like this, I would expect them to be able to do a little better than a tiny 8-inch cable. So come on, Sony, on that one, I'm gonna say maybe for a headset purchase like this, you could do a little more. You could go a little further than just this little 8-inch cable. But if you're like me, you might have other USB cables at your disposal already. I was quick to kind of just toss this to the side and use a longer and more convenient USB-C cable that I already had in my home. But that's just me. And of course, also it includes a auxiliary cable as well for if you want to use them with a device that would require, that isn't wireless compatible, that would require a physical connection. So anyway, that's pretty much what I think of the Sony WH-CH710N wireless noise cancelling headset. Like I said, they seem to me to be especially best suited for the type of audience that's maybe looking for a noise cancelling solution. They're very lightweight, and I think they really put a lot of focus in them into first of all, making the noise cancelling features work really well and making the headset really lightweight and comfortable. And somewhere along the way, perhaps maybe because of that, they sacrifice a little in their top end volume, but I want to make it very clear that it definitely is adequate. It's a good volume, especially if you're not trying to damage your hearing or disturb those around you. I just point that out because I think it is fair to note that ultimately the high-end volume is a little bit lower than other headsets I have used in the past that are in the same kind of, you know, premium echelon as these ones. But for what they do as noise cancelling headphones, I think they're a great solution maybe for someone who's working from home or even still working at the office and looking to cut down on ambient noise and chatter, or for someone who's commuting and just wants some nice quality audio while still being able to cancel out, you know, the ambient noise and chatter of the outside world. But anyway, that's all I have for you today, but be sure to stay tuned to the Best Buy Canada blog for all the latest in technology. Till next time.